This week we're doing something completely different because we are not dull people. Welcome to the Books and More Shelf Help channel where I'll be sharing stories and books that made me think and hopefully will make you think as well. And today and this week we're doing something completely different. We're actually talking about this very little book. It's from Oscar Wilde. And it's called Only Dull People Are Brilliant at Breakfast. I bought it in the Netherlands for €5 or something, and it's a very small little book. And the book is actually not written by Oscar Wilde. It's actually a compilation of all of his famous, fun, quirky, witty quotes from several books. It's a compilation of quotes from his books, such as The Picture of Dorian Gray or The Importance of Being Earnest, some of those books. So I read this book in like 20 minutes or something, and I took out 20 quotes that I thought were really fun or really thought-provoking, and I'd like to share them with you. And I've categorized them a bit in 4 categories. So it's art and expression, it's religion, it's education and society, and then relationships and love, also including self-love and self-awareness. And I think these categories really describe who Oscar Wilde was as well, because he was an artist, a writer, he was an extravagant person, he didn't like boring stuff, he was a bit dandy, witty, a well-educated man. He had a good sense of humor, as you will hear later on, and he actually loved men, and that's why he got in jail as well, just so you know. So he has had a lot of hardship in his life. And he was also quite a religious man. So I think these categories really sum up who he was as a person. That's at least what I got from Wikipedia, right? Because I didn't know him myself. But let's dive into the quotes and let's see which one is thought-provoking for you as well. So let's start with the first category, and that's art.
Art. Art, even the art of fullest scope and widest vision, can never really show us the external world. All that it shows us is our own soul, the one world of which we have any real cognizance. It is art, and art only, that reveals us to ourselves. One should either be a work of art or wear a work of art. I have the simplest tastes. I'm always satisfied with the best. Religion. Prayer must never be answered. If it is, it ceases to be a prayer and becomes correspondence. You forget that a thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. There is luxury in self-reproach. When we blame ourselves, we feel that no one else has a right to blame us. It is a confession, not the priest, that gives us absolution. Education. Education is an admirable thing, but it is well to remember from time to time that nothing that is worth knowing can be taught. There is only one class in the community that thinks more about money than the rich, and that is the poor. The poor can think of nothing else. That is the misery of being poor. Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives a mimicry, their passions a quotation. To recommend thrift to the poor is both grotesque and insulting. It is like advising a man who is starving to eat less. She talks more and says less than anybody I ever met. She is made to be a public speaker. To live in happiness, you must know some unhappiness in life. Discontent is the first step in the progress of a man and nation. Relationships. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. Anyone can sympathize with the sufferings of a friend, but it requires very fine nature. It requires, in fact, the nature of a true individualist to sympathize with a friend's success. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Ultimately, the bond of all companionship, whether in marriage or friendship, is conversation. Selfishness is not living as one wishes to live. It is asking others to live as one wishes to live. What is a cynic? It's a man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. The aim of life is self-development. To realize one's nature perfectly, that is what each of us is here for.
So I'm very curious what you thought. I really like these quotes. They really hit the spot for me. And I'm really curious, which one did you think was most funny or was the most thought-provoking for you? So feel free to add it in the comments down below. And for the rest, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed it, I trust you give this video a thumbs up, a like. If you like this type of format for videos, let me know as well. And then I hope to see you next week for some more Sunday thought-provoking stories. Bye.